Good evening, everybody, and welcome to my home. A lot of you have heard me speaking over the last while on Facebook about food relief and food projects and all the hunger programs that we've been involved with our Lions Club, with all the Lions Clubs, and even some of our GAT affiliates, which is the Round Table, the Rotary, Love George, the Freiburgers, the Moths. They've all been very involved in making sure that we bring hunger relief to the George region. I've been doing a lot of thinking about the food packs that we've been doing, and although I decided to do a small video, I haven't put this out into any format. It's really off the cuff, so forgive me if I tend to waffle a little bit, which I sometimes do tend to do. However, if you do tend to fade off and you want to stop listening, the one thing I do want you to get out of this video is the understanding that food relief is extremely important, but at the same time, extremely difficult. It's one of those projects where no matter what we do today, no matter how many people we feed today, tomorrow they could be hungry again, and we've got to do it again and again. And that doesn't mean we've got to stop doing it because it's a bottomless pit. It's all the more important that we do it, remembering that hunger is one of those things that leads to all sorts of other issues in society, whether it be crime, whether it be study skills, you name it. If you're hungry, you can't function. So with our food programs over the last while, there's basically three different categories of food relief that we've been looking at. The one is the traditional food packs, and those are those food parcels that everybody hears about in the media, on the news and on Facebook, and the pictures you've seen. They are amazing food packs. They're valued anything from 450 Rand to 600, 700, 800 Rand depending, and they are incredible. They have everything from your basic necessities to your sugars and salts, breakfast and fresh fruit and vegetables, and a real gift for the person that receives them. There is a problem with that, however, is that they tend to be quite an expensive solution. One food pack that we have been doing in the past, valued at about 450 to 500 Rand, will feed a family of 4 to 5 people for a week. What happens the week after? They're back to being hungry again. So there lies a big problem. The distribution is difficult, and let's all face it, the honesty of the distributors is also in question very often. So although there definitely is a place for food packs, and we will most definitely continue doing that, it is one of those things that we've got to try and look past and also see if we can find alternate, more creative ways of feeding people. So of course what the communities have been doing a lot of as well is soup kitchens. I do believe soup kitchens are an amazing way to go. It is one way to feed many people a good plate of food, a hot meal at a much lower cost. It does have its own problems in the sense that people have to leave their homes, very often stand in very long queues, and especially when you've got young children, that could be quite a challenge. However, it is a way for somebody who is in desperate need of a meal to get a meal. And we thank all those people in the community that have opened their homes and their community centers and their churches to food kitchens, to nutrition centers for the community. And that is something that I would like to see supported as well, and possibly even in a bigger way. But that brings me to the third aspect, and around me here you'll see a number of items, and some of you may have seen me speaking about these in the past. I do believe there's a need for an economically viable, long-term, sustainable project when it comes to food relief. Now, the food I'm talking about is not your traditional meals. This is not your rice dish with your potatoes or your cabbages or your Nutrific or Wheat Bix in the morning or whatever it is, which often is what those packs consist of. This particular meal is a high nutrient, high value meal. It is sustainable in the sense that it is cost effective, and it ensures that the person getting a meal every day is not going to necessarily get sick. Obviously, we can't stop that, and we're not talking about coronavirus, we're just talking about traditional illnesses. And it keeps the nutrients and the energy levels high. And for that reason, I've been doing a lot of looking at the NutriWell product. Now, some of you have seen this already. NutriWell offers a very affordable box of food. When I say a box of food, there is their container, professionally packaged, and within the container, there are 4 packs, 4 meal packs. And this is what I want to mention to you now. Let me say from the outset, this pack of food costs 250 Rand. Now, 250 Rand provides you with 4 meal packs, which I will explain in a moment, for one person for a full month. Now that is to me far more sustainable. It gives somebody energy to get up in the day, go and find some work, possibly earn a little bit of extra cash that they can add to what we have on the table. So let's make a start. Now I want to introduce you to what all of these are. So we have first of all an instant shake. Now the shake is designed to be either a replacement for a breakfast. It could be a quick breakfast, or it could be a snack during the course of the day. It has a bit of sweetness to it as well, which adds to the energy levels. Now this particular shake I have mixed up in my container here. Now all of these meals, I must add to you, that I have personally tasted tonight, as have my family, to see if these are in fact tasty, nutritious, and they are. This is something, in fact, my son himself was saying that this is something he could have every day, and he isn't. He exercises, and nutrient levels and energy levels are important to him. So this is the NutriWell shake that is included in the pack. There's 1 kilogram of these. I want to add as well that these combined meals, if done correctly and portioned correctly, will last an individual anything from 20 to 30 days. 30 days definitely, especially when it comes to adding extra ingredients into, for example, the evening dinner. So from there, we have a porridge. So this is the instant porridge. This is a vanilla flavored instant porridge. Very tasty. Again, it is something that I actually said to my family that I would happily have, and it is a decent portion, a decent bowl of instant porridge. Nothing needs to be added to this. No salts, no sugars, and it is purely added. Purely has water added to it. No milk is required, and it can be hot or cold. I did heat mine when I had it, just because I had access to be able to do that, but it has cooled down. I've tasted it cold, and it is very, very tasty. That's the breakfast porridge. Then we have something in the daytime. If somebody is at home during the day, they're not out working and they're looking for something, there's a really nice thick vegetable soup. Again, water only. That's the only thing that needs to be added to this. So the water is added to, I'm going to share spoons. Let me put this down a little bit. And then I have, again, a really decent, healthy, thick vegetable soup. And again, very tasty. It even has bits of vegetables in the food itself. And this does need to be warmed. Can be cooked on a stove, the water is boiled, and the soup mix is added, and there you have a good, decent soup meal. And then finally, for the evening dinner, and this is probably the most versatile of all of them, is the soya mince mix. Now this is a pure soya mince mix, which again, hot water with a soya mix added to it, and it creates, remembering that it's designed for one person, so it could easily be extended to more though. And this has been sitting on the counter a little bit, so it's got a little bit thicker. But this is a soya mince mix, very rich in flavor, very tasty. And in fact, if I had some potatoes and vegetables and you add this to this, you can easily create a meal for 2 out of this, and maybe even some meat if you need to, but again, it's got the soya in it. I want to repeat this. If I can provide a meal like this to somebody for a month, and again, this could be stretched even further than one person if need be. It is a healthy, sustainable meal that can function for a day with high energy levels, and it's 250 Rand only. So, having said that, the reason I'm doing this is to introduce you to this, to show that I've actually tested these things that I've been talking about on Facebook. If you have it within you to be able to contribute towards our campaign, I am trying to get 200 boxes, 200 NutriWell boxes into George, into the communities, and to be able to test and see how they function and how they work. We'll keep touch with the people that are using them and monitor that. But that's going to cost us some money. So if you are able to contribute with this video, I'm going to be posting the Eden Lions bank account details. If you can't donate 250 Rand, please don't then not donate anything. If you can only do 50 Rand, that's fine, because if we just have 5 people doing 50 Rand, there's the 250 we need for a box. So ladies and gents, please follow the Facebook post. Go to the page that I've created. The link I'll put in the post as well. I will keep you updated of the funds that is raised. At the moment, I have 10,000 Rand raised, and we are aiming to go up to 50,000. So I do believe we can do it. I do believe with your help we can do it, and I do believe we can make a difference in George. Once again, thank you for following the Lions Club and what we do, and keep supporting us. Thank you.